And here we are. What's up, everybody? Everybody, here we are. We're so excited to connect with you. End of day
True.
three. End of day three of our retreat. The retreat just finished. It was magical beyond description.
Huge success.
Huge success. We're talking mountains of emotion, wound, trauma, and pain was processed and released today by these badass women. We did a lot of womb clearing.
A lot of clearing in, well, the womb and everything to do with all the sacral chakra. Tons of clearing and processing with that. Visualizing.
It was profound. It was really powerful.
Journeys, meeting younger, different versions on timelines, clearing. Oh, it was
profound. It was really, really good. And
amazing.
one of the things, like a big theme of this retreat was around law of attraction manifestation at a very foundational level. And when we can really begin operating in a co-creative space with the universe and from a place of loving expansion with ourselves, every area of our life opens up. A lot of possibility comes in around finances, relationships, health, just overall fulfillment and happiness in life. A lot of things shift when you can get these foundational layers in place and identify the blocks and the stories and the beliefs that are keeping you in a repeating cycle of lack. And one of the big ones in the womb clearing that we did was around, the feminine aspect being the receiving side of us. And whether you're a man or a woman listening to this, you have both energies inside of you, right? And so the feminine aspect of us is the reason for the doing of our masculine side, and it's the very spiritual, emotional desire, location of our desire. And so inside of you, if you've experienced pain or disappointment from men in your life, whether it was your father, brother, grandparent, best friend, spouse, partner, boyfriend, it doesn't matter. And you've experienced that in a repeating way, that experience with that wounded masculine energy can be amplified and attached and associated with God and the universe. And especially the receiving the giving components of that show up for us and give us guidance and the actualization of our desire. And so when that happens, we move into a very distrustful place with the universe, and we block ourselves because the universe can't violate our agency. So if you're running around in this energy of prove it to me and nothing's ever enough, the universe doesn't actually have the room or opportunity to come in and surprise and delight you and support you. So we did a lot of womb healing around the wound between the feminine and masculine, and particularly the wounded masculine that is often I'm like traits of the wounded masculine, controlling, overbearing, critical, demanding, manipulative, selfish, right? Those are some of those components. Like wounded feminine aspects are immature, whiny, victim. Any of the lower archetypes can be seen in either of the wounded men, masculine or feminine. But today was profound as we put that shift in place. Oh, thank you for sharing, Quinette. This is perfect timing. I keep getting men that only use me, not sure how to heal this cycle. Good. Yeah, so good. It absolutely can be healed. This is what we were doing this weekend, all weekend, 3 days, 10-hour days, really digging deep into the unconscious and past experience. It's profound.
Yeah, bringing in things that haven't been looked at, felt, worked through, or processed. I mean, some things were since the age of 5, too. These are things that are being carried inside of the subconscious that change and alter, and they have the perception inside of you, you have a perception that's being shifted and altered because of these circumstances or events that have happened. They alter everything. They they ultimately form our personality and create our habits in our life of why we react to and function in this way completely. So when we're going back through these timelines and um visiting these circumstances and these events, we can actually change them inside of the now time and go back.
Yeah, there's a reclamation process that happened as we return to those events. It's really profound. So just wanted to share that that's what we've been up to today. It was very, very powerful. We are coming to you live in honor of our Inner Circle doors being open. Woo woo! Inner Circle doors close August 1st at midnight. At midnight. So we've got 2 more full days for you guys to step in, join, choose in to yourself and this work if this is what's calling to you right now. So that's why we're here. That's why we're doing this. We're super excited. We are business and life coaches, do motivational speaking, have a podcast. Baby Love does a lot of elemental magic with Salt the Earth. She's a Reiki practitioner, a past life regression hypnotherapist, and basically one of the sexiest divine feminines you'll ever come across. Look at her, just glowing. Ding. It'd be cool if we had like little sound effects buttons. Wouldn't you guys love that? Come on. Let me know if you'd love that. I could just like have a little psh, psh, anytime I make a really good joke, you know? What is it? Yeah, there it is. So today we're talking about what is a leap of faith and why does that matter and why is that important? And this theme came up throughout the weekend as well. You see, when we're in a lack mentality, we will settle for less than. We'll settle for jobs where we're not really respected and appreciated. We'll settle for relationships that don't really empower us and inspire us to grow and be better, that support us and our expansion. We will settle for a body that is in breakdown and is unhappy and is unhealthy. We'll settle for giving ourselves the scrap of our life and our energy and our loved ones as well, and operating in a codependency, run at a deficit, prove your worth and your value system. But when you're believing in abundance and you know that exactly what you want is out there and that there's always more, like there's more fish in the sea mentality, you're more willing to hold yourself to higher standards. And those higher standards are a leap of faith. That's the thing. People looking at the relationship I have now, they're like, oh, you went through a divorce. Well, duh, of course you did. Obviously, you're seeing 2020, how it turned out. But in the moment of choosing out of what was good, seeking something that was great, there was a leap of faith there. There was a leap of faith. And some of my family members thought I was crazy and thought I was stupid making that decision because I got along really well with my ex-husband. He's a nice human. We're great friends, even great friends still. So it wasn't like I was leaving something that was like horrifically abusive or insanely toxic. There were definitely things about the relationship, like any relationship, that weren't like my favorite or that we worked on. But it was something deeper than that. It was a deeper knowing and an understanding that I wanted a relationship with passion, an attraction. And, I didn't know I was gay, so that's part of it. But I wanted a relationship where I felt really seen and understood and valued and appreciated and fought for. And in a way that was just different. And so it was scary. And I was moving into a space where I was willing to be alone versus comfortable. It was a comfort zone. It was what was familiar. And that's what a leap of faith is. It's something that in the moment you have no idea how it's going to work out, but you're trusting and you're believing and you're stepping into acting as if it's possible for you to have the relationship you want. It's possible to have the body that you want. When you believe those things, you're willing to try. You're willing to keep dating. You're willing to keep researching, you know, other support for your health, for working out, for balancing your hormones, whatever that might be, when you believe that it's possible and that you're worthy of it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Welcome everybody joining us. Hello. So fun to see you all here. Welcome. Thank you. Thank you for popping on. So, that's essentially the primary message coming through tonight is taking a good look at where in your life are you settling or you're limiting yourself and you're playing small because you can't see what's going to come next. We usually are only given step one, maybe step one and two. We don't know what step 6, 7, or 8 are going to be. And so the logical part of our brain can get really hung up on overthinking and obsessing and wanting to find another route that doesn't require a leap of faith, something that feels like safer or more sure or more guaranteed, or like, oh, once I find that aligned partner, then I'll leave the relationship. Well, I'll tell you what, that is messy as can be. And nobody wants to be in a relationship. Well, most people don't want to be in a relationship where the other partner is shopping around the whole time looking for what's better to trade them in for the newest model. That doesn't feel like a very aligned, cohesive relationship, right? So taking a look, and I'm just using again that as a metaphor. Where in your life is it a job? Is it where you're living? Where are you settling and buying into a story of lack and limitation? And really, that's all just an avoidance tactic to avoid facing your own fear and really trusting in something bigger and greater and beyond what you can currently see. If you want to play with the mystical and with quantum leaping, there's an element of what we talked about last night. This is based off of that, which is, believing is seeing. And there's an exercise of faith that comes before you get it, before it's there. Or it wouldn't be faith, it would be a guarantee. If there were guarantees when it comes to making decisions and following intuition, everyone would be doing it. Everyone would be a millionaire. Everyone would be fit. Everyone would be in a happy, thriving relationship and in a career they love, right? But they're not because of quite a lot of things. I'm oversimplifying this clearly for the sake of delivering a pointed, direct message. But at the end of the day, it really comes down to a lack programming, a lack of abundance of options that it's possible, a lack of belief, a lack of self-love or self-worth. It's a lack frequency and energy versus the abundance prosperous energy. So if we look at law of attraction, if you're seeking to increase your clients, bring in more abundance and bring in more money, look no further than this patterning right here. Are your decisions being made from a position of lack or a position of abundance? Like possibility, belief. It's really it's just that simple. When they say act as if, they mean make decisions in preparation. And I've shared this with you guys the other day. Actually, no, this was on a Legacy Living Inner Circle call, I believe. Coaching call. Right now, we're getting really intentional about investing energy in building our online influencer base. Been very active on social media. I have since 2014, used 2019, but haven't put a lot of consistency and energy and focus. We've been consistent, but we've been building coaching programs. We've been building a center. We've been homeschooling kids. Focus has been really divided.
Yeah.
And as we got clear that part of the next level is to increase our capacity for serving more people and exposing ourselves to being willing to be seen by more people, which is being willing to be judged by more people. There's a lot of things that go into being willing to be vulnerable and expose yourself online. So as expanding into that with our next level, one of the things is anticipating as if that already is. And so this is a small example, but was setting up a storage unit the other day, and they usually label it with the name and the number. And I just thought, no, I don't want my name on there because my intention is to increase my exposure, which means I'm not going to want as much public information about where I'm living, maybe moving more towards PO boxes. And that's kind of the energy is acting as if. The same thing could be said if you believe in the abundance of your divine aligned partner. If there's a seat at your table for your partner, you don't want somebody filling that seat. You want it empty so that when your aligned partner comes, there's somewhere for them to sit. So an abundance mindset would be not getting caught up in and wasting time, which can sound, I don't actually believe in that. I believe that where we are and what we're doing has a lot of value and worth for us. And if you choose to be in a relationship that's not like the most aligned partnership for you for a season, as part of a lesson and rule, that's beautiful. It's not a waste of time. No interaction, connection with another human is a waste of time. But what I mean by that is delaying your desire, putting off what you actually want, settling in your mind. Nobody wants to be the settle for a relationship. And the only time people feel that way is when it's the polarization and the attraction isn't there and isn't real and isn't present, right? So this is the example. You act as if, and so that leap of faith is, breaking up with a person that isn't a fuck yes. Continuing to job hunt if that job doesn't feel like a place you're going to be respected and appreciated, and it's not going to be to your standard. Being willing to, or maybe you take that job temporarily, but it's temporary and you continue looking. That's also an option. But the act of faith is the continuing to look, the knowing that it's out there and being willing to go for it. Good or good?
So good.
So good.
It's so good. There was a couple things coming through, but
I snagged them right out of your brain and said them. That's the way it works sometimes.
a lot of the time.
Yeah, it's like telepathy. Twin telepathy.
True.
It's true. Anything else, my queen?
This.
Okay. Well, thank you for joining us tonight on your Sunday evening. As always, if this has served you, thank you. Please share this out. Send it to a friend, a family member, a loved one that could be in a place where they're snagged with moving forward and making a decision about something because they're stuck in a lack frequency. And once you can properly diagnose what's blocking, bringing in the insight, the inspired action, the next step, once you can identify and diagnose that it's a lack frequency and a mentality, and it is a like depletion of faith and trust in the universe, God, source, creator energy, then you can begin going to work on the actual problem, realigning yourself and reigniting your belief that your desires are safe. Yay.
Yeah, basically what I'm thinking right now is all I can think of is just how much I love you. And like we've been going hard at it for 10 hours today, hosting a retreat, and I'm just feeling so much gratitude for just getting on here and talking to you guys and serving you guys and loving on you all, and especially you for just the way you're showing up and all the love that you're putting forth. I love you so much. So I'm just feeling so much gratitude for being in a relationship where we follow through with what we say we're going to do. We always eventually get back to it. We are just in that fun, gooey place of growth and all of things. So, yep,
Sherry, you make my heart smile.
I'm just feeling. I basically I'm just like when they're asking, "Do you have anything else?" And I'm just like, empty. I'm like
complete.
empty, and I'm just like, I'm just impressed. So that's all I'm saying. I mean, aren't y'all?
She's the best.
Aren't y'all?
You're the best. You're
Every
so
day,
sweet.
all week, and still ending it with the life.
You're gonna make me start blushing.
So
How sweet. Thanks, baby. Thank you.
anyway,
Lots of love to you all. This is why we're here. This is why we're on the planet. And we live, eat, and breathe this work. My mission is to minimize and eliminate suffering And I believe suffering is created by a lack of awareness, lack of education, a lack of resource, and um, spreading messages of hope and love and bringing tools to the masses is a huge reason why I wake up every morning and breathe the air that I breathe. And I'm so grateful to all of you because you being here, listening, sharing, commenting, and interacting gives me the privilege of getting to be in my gifts. And I sometimes can lose sight of what a privilege it is to have the level of freedom in my mind that I do have, to be able to dream and to be able to go for my goals the way that I do, to even see that it's possible and not stupid or a pipe dream. I am so grateful and proud of the life that I've fought to create and how it is inspiring the people that I love and those around me. And that's what I want for everybody. And so I know that as we each live in our genius and follow what lights us up and answer the call of the music of our soul, that the entire world transforms. And every relationship, um, every community, every home begins to take on a whole new level of depth and connection and meaning. And fuck yeah, that's what it's really all about. Pain is inevitable, suffering is optional. Thank you. It's true. And I'm proud of you too, both of you. Oh, Sherry, we love you. We love you so much. Thank you. So that being said, make it a beautiful night, all of you. And we will be back on here tomorrow at some point to delight you with our uh, downloads, information, presence, and support. Any questions, any specific nuances to law of attraction, energy healing, energy mastery that you would like support around, throw those in the comments or shoot us a direct message. We'd love to support you and maybe you can inspire our next live. So that being said, if you're not already in an inner circle, go check that out. The links are all over our pages. I'll post it again here in the comments. And we've got 2 days left on that bad boy. So sending you lots of love, you guys.
We love you all. Have a beautiful evening and be well.
Good night.